Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Sherry,
Hello, I'm Brooke.
and Brooke is reacting to Hercules, the Legendary Journeys.
Yes, first time.
A little update. So we fixed our sound. The playback on the video is good. There's no ticking, so awesome there.
Yay.
However, the cheap earbuds that I bought to be a temporary solution, the microphone on them are super bad. So so our
Yeah.
last couple of recordings, they probably couldn't hear me it's not the best recording for me. That's all right. Brooke's more important. So,
I'm
but
reacting. You don't want to miss a second of me going, what?
ew.
Gross. Too much slime.
So I'm currently using my microphone laptop, which is not bad, but it is a different sound. It's yeah. So I do have some good earbuds on the way again. There was a 50% off sale, and I was like, oh, gotta grab it while I can. So I'll be back to normal soon.
That'll be good. Yeah. I need to get some like non-wired earbuds so I can use like the nice microphone I have, but my AirPods won't connect to my laptop, so get wrecked, I
That's
guess.
right. That's right. All right. We are on episode six, seven, episode seven.
7. Yeah. I'm like
Um,
counting them in my head.
as we've marinated on the last six, any thoughts or anything that you wanted to share?
I've been really enjoying it. I feel like they've been really filling out their reoccurring side characters a lot, which has been fun. And I like when they go into the other gods a little bit more. Like
Mm-hmm.
Hera's been really kind of quiet, other than a little bit in the last one. Like they kept finding like her abandoned temples and stuff, and I think that's interesting. And I hope we get to see more gods, or if not
Yeah,
gods, like the lady we saw last time, like a mythical creature or like smaller characters.
a product of the gods.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we've had so Hera, Zeus, we've had Hades, we've had Ares. Who's that guy?
Yeah. And
And then we've had the
yeah,
water the water person who was killing folks for Hera.
yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I'm thinking like people like
and then we
Narcissus or
the judgment one,
yeah.
the divine judgment, and that
Yeah,
was Nisus,
Nieces. It sounded like someone else's
something like
name.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, that and I think Aeolus should have been made a regular because I just think they have good back and forth, and the episodes he's in tend to be a little more compelling. But I mean I get why it's like Hercules is your main guy, so I get you don't really probably want a full on cast at that point. But I do think his episodes are a little stronger sometimes.
Well, and it's nice to have at least an on what do they call it? An entourage. It's nice to
Yeah.
have a consistent entourage.
Yeah, and I just think yeah, because he's so I think they're compelling together, and I think it's nice, but I also get that it's like they're kind of switching out the side characters. But of his sidekicks, Aeolus is probably my favorite, and
Okay.
then the seer, and then that one guy who likes to sell stuff is probably number 3.
Okay. So we've got some ranking.
Yeah, that's just how I feel about the sidekicks.
That might be the question at the end of the
Yeah,
episode.
that would be a good one. Which sidekick? And if you
I
pick the seller guy, why are you wrong? No, just kidding.
Now we did have a similar question. We did have a question of anybody. If you could
Oh,
pick
anybody.
anybody,
Yeah.
who would you
Did
have
that
as his
episode
sidekick?
go up?
Not yet.
I don't remember when I asked that. Guys, I don't remember.
I don't remember when you asked it either, but you did ask it. I can't remember which episode.
My answer is a dog. Hercules should get a dog. There should
I
always be a
just
dog.
saw video of a Tibetan Mastiff.
Oh, the
Oh,
Tibetan mask. stiff. I think
Tibetan. Yeah.
yeah. Somebody I watch has one of those, so I'm like, I know that dog.
It's a
Big.
bear.
Yeah, they're
Like,
very big.
and foofy.
Yeah, very fluffy. I think
No,
they're so cute, but like I imagine they're hell to take care of. Like a full
probably.
breed, like not mixed.
Well, I think you gotta brush them like twice a day or something. They've got
Yeah.
so much fur.
I like my little Pomeranian Spaniel mix. She's good. She gets groomed 3 times, like every 3 months, and she's good.
All right. Any other thoughts on past stuff?
No, I think I'm ready.
Okay. This one is called. Whoops! I already forgot what it's called.
Me.
Um, it is called The March to Freedom. All I could remember was March to Freedom.
Okay.
So The March to Freedom.
I feel like that phrase sounds familiar, but it's probably some protest that in the real world that I'm thinking about.
Okay.
But
So maybe a protest we're about to see.
maybe.
Protesting
That's it.
Hera.
Or they're trying to like get out of a certain situation. It could be a lot of people again. I think my guess is going to be that our sidekick could be the seer this time because it sounds like something could be going wrong and he loves to show up for that. So
The
that's going to
doom
be
and
my guess
gloom.
for our sidekick.
It could be about slaves as well.
Oh god. I don't know if I could do that again. If they're being like, we love being slaves. Did you know it was actually like they were really nice to slaves? It's
Now
like,
the
no.
the last slave, it was better. She didn't
Yeah,
want to be a
that's true.
slave. Just go
They're
back
getting
to.
there. Do you think they got feedback on that one and people were like, what the fuck? So they were like, okay, maybe we don't make the slaves happy to be slaves. I don't know. I don't know what white guy wrote that, but like, that'll stick with
I'd have to
me
go back to the
forever.
episode and see who the writers were.
Well, that'll stick with me forever, as me just being like, what? But yeah, hopefully, if it is about slaves, they're a little more, like, realistic about it. Without, like, I get it's not gonna be super realistic, but like, hopefully, it's like, hey, slavery's bad.
Well, let's just hope it's protesting.
Yeah, like if they're protesting slavery, we're in. But like, if they're like we're protesting being taken out of slavery, I'm gonna be like, no, guess I can't.
No,
I can't.
not happening.
Oh God.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. See what Herc is up
Scared
to.
now.
See who his sidekick's going to be.
Let's.
And
Oh God.
who's the monster this week.
What hot woman will we see?
What hot woman will we see?
It's always
All
a
right.
hot lady.
This is the story of a time long ago. He was a man like no other. He was tormented by his stepmother, Hera, Hercules.
Something we forgot to do, Brooke. Do you know what that is?
Guys, you have to like and subscribe to both channels. It clicked in my head when you said that. I was like, oh right. Guys,
Yep.
you have to. On my channel, I'm working to get to 500 subs, and then we're going to try to do a live stream if we can hit 500 subs. And my computer won't explode. I might borrow a friend's. I might go to his house and be like, can I use your PC, please?
I think it was a year ago. I said if I hit 1,000, I'll do a drink. What's it called when you're doing the drinking bingo thingy with a movie?
Oh, like a drinking game?
Drinking game movie reaction.
Oh, that would be fun.
That was my deal when I hit 1,000. It's been a long journey.
I mean, I think it takes a long time. You have to have
It
patience.
does. It does. So, okay. Like, comment, subscribe. Both channels. Go to Brooke's Patreon
Yes,
if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to see the full uncut reactions, they're up there.
And she's also doing an exclusive with Alias.
Oh yeah, if you're a fan of Alias, it's like a Jennifer Garner spy thriller. There's a new episode of that on Patreon every Wednesday. It's an uncut reaction, so it's kind of the whole thing because I felt just one version for Patreon because it's not going up anywhere else. That works.
Yep. Yep. All right. Enough of our ad to support us.
Support.
Let's go ahead and hit play.
Guys, it's not good to be the first person if Hercules isn't there. Oh, but there's a lot of people.
Is it a real march?
I mean, they don't have a band, but I guess it's still a march.
Cyrus?
Bro is not even listening when she talks.
Then why is he leading us along the beach where there's no cover? We should have weapons.
Are they being hunted or something?
Once Belus has taken us to Caledon, we will have no enemies.
Does
Yeah, I don't
Caledon
think
sound familiar?
Yeah, that's the other
Maybe
place
they're
they
right,
already
Cyrus.
went before.
We've had good luck this
Mhm.
far.
What if this place isn't that great?
I was trying to remember what the end results of Caledon was like.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Well, also there's like bandits and stuff. Like, why would you think you didn't have any weapons? The Spartans.
At least they dropped their stuff to run faster.
Yeah, I'll give them that. Zigzag.
Did they just push that guy behind them?
Yeah. They were like, well, if you die, I'll probably live. It's not good to be the first people. Okay, that seems dramatic. She's like a tiny woman.
Do you recognize that tiny woman?
No.
You betrayed us! A rebel in our midst. Oh, you
Oh, shocker.
I'll put a knife
That
in
guy's
your
a
heart.
traitor.
You better do it before we get you and your friends to the slave auction.
Oh my god, it is slaves. See, the slavers are bad this time.
We'll escape first chance we get.
They're like, see, they kidnapped them, so it's not okay. Okay, bro. Kick his butt. Okay, but like if we all overpowered them, I'm
Damage
just
the
saying.
merchandise, Mudo. A slave with fighting spirit like that will fetch top dinar at the Libyan animal games. And this
So
one,
what?
I'm tempted to keep for my own pleasure.
Ew.
Oh, good. He never quit.
At least we're being a little more accurate.
Eye on him.
Yeah, they're way more accurate. Which just makes me root for them more. I hope they kill him. He like doesn't get involved. He's like, yeah, there's no gods involved in this, so like you guys kind of just have to suffer.
He only saves folks when it's the gods attacking.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, the gods aren't involved? Sorry, I gotta go.
Bye!
And they're all just like,
You know, I don't even know what that is from. The bye.
I feel like, yeah, it just became a thing that spread. Because I've been doing
Okay.
it forever.
Okay.
But I don't know where it's originally from.
Music is still loud.
It is beautiful there. Oh, wait, I know that name.
Uh-huh.
But everyone's gonna be mad because I don't remember anything she was in.
Probably the biggest thing
Was she in
for
Charlie's
your
Angels?
time. What?
No, I think I'm thinking of someone else.
She was in Charlie's Angels with Drew Barrymore.
Oh, okay, that is what I was like, was she in Charlie's Angels? And then I'm like, am I thinking of someone else? Like, but I know her name, like she's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she has.
Not Eric Grundleman.
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 I can manage, really.
Is that his mom?
Yep,
Okay.
You let me do that?
Alchemini.
What good is it having your son
Is
visit
she
if
the
you don't put
sidekick
in
this
the work?
time? That'd be awesome.
I suppose you're right. Don't settle for less than 400 dinars.
Also, they're the same age.
Says you
Seems
want
like it, doesn't it?
Gods gave you a sharp mind to go with that strong body Hercules.
My man, you like
You give
fight
yourself a
monsters, you
chance.
can't like buy something? Me?
All right.
Anxiety?
All right, but you're
Me
wrong
when I
about
have to
one
make a
thing.
phone call? I can't
Those are
do
the gods
that.
who gave me a sharp mind. many times have we
How
walked
far
across this
away
very
is the
place?
marketplace?
And all I see is you, Daenerys.
What about your dead ass kids?
Ileana.
Okay.
That was the
You
smaller
got that.
tombstone.
I was afraid it would hurt too much.
But it doesn't. I'm over it. No.
I know I should get on with my life, but I can't stop missing you.
No, that's normal. Like, I think you're allowed to miss
You're
them
everything to
forever.
me.
Like, I think it's okay.
All I can offer in return are these.
That's sweet.
They're like, we don't need anything. The flowers are nice.
Are they not going to show the ruins of the house?
No, they probably tore that all down. Some other family's living there now, and they're just like, dude, what are you doing on our property?
We've seen those arches.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is like overwhelming for me. I could not survive in a market like this.
I'm not a big crowd person, so I choose what crowds I'm willing to put up with.
Yeah, and I'm like, crowds at like a line or an event are okay, but like someone's trying to sell you something, it's like way too like overstimulating.
So you wouldn't do well with haggling.
No, I just tell me how much it costs. Like, I don't want to do that.
May I interest you in some bows, sir? The finest quality. Sir, try
Pet.
it out.
Can we keep it?
It's a nice bow.
I love him.
Hey, you. Stop
Don't
kicking
kick
my
him.
pig.
He's just putting him to the side. Did you see who that was?
Yeah. Is that his pig? Did he always
Yeah.
get a pet pig? Oh my god, icon.
What are you doing here? Visiting
I
your
was like,
mother.
wait,
I
what?
I don't think it's his pig.
I was headed to your house.
Oh,
when your mother
it should have
roped me
been.
into selling her grain.
Oh, it is his pig.
Someone
is.
new in your life?
I would
Oh,
kill
very
for that
fine.
pig.
Actually, I'm just about to sell Penelope to the Butcher.
That's not okay. Not big enough to be sold anyway.
You know, you've got
Apparently, Penelope knows that word, that B word.
Yeah, Penelope's like, bitch, what?
What's all this?
Oh, the big guy?
Mm-hmm.
It's Muda, the gargantuan.
I hate slavery. It's not right, Eolus.
Oh, we've heard of that town too.
The slave trade here today.
Yeah.
You got some grain to sell.
I
Come
mean,
on.
we could
See if we
try.
can find a buyer.
Definitely not big enough yet, and she's also like not a slaughter pig. It's all I'm saying.
Nothing like a hero's
That's
home.
fucked up. That's a pet pig.
So good.
She is tiny for a butcher pig.
I'm flattered and all.
I was talking about your grain.
She's like, bitch, I ain't interested.
You mind? What I have here is the finest grain that can be found for 100 miles in any direction.
Then you better not waste it.
Bro.
Oh, now you know in your heart you can't beat a deal like that.
I don't have a heart.
Oh.
Who are you?
Her mother.
I never would have guessed.
You got your nerve trying to take advantage of
All
your
right,
daughter.
rude.
Quiet! I wouldn't feed your grain to a pig.
Penelope's like, yeah, it don't taste good.
This is Hercules.
It is. Come here a minute. I got a deal for a big, strong man like you.
Oh god.
You would spend a little time with me. I'll give you everything you want for your grain. What do you say, pretty boy? It wouldn't kill you.
How much for just the grain?
No, thank
Scared of a
you.
real woman?
No, it's not that. It's just that,
You don't know what you're missing.
He's sad. His wife was murdered by a fireball.
200 dinars.
He's not ready.
that's all.
Take it and be gone.
Now she knows how to haggle.
Yeah, she was like,
Pleasure.
I'm
doing
a
business with
genius.
you.
She got that grain for 50% off.
Hercules.
Bye.
That
Hi.
other 200 dinars will be waiting for you if you change your mind.
I kind of love the idea that that's her strategy. Also, wait, they get a free wagon with it too? He's just gonna leave.
I
the
know.
wagon? His mom's gonna be like, so you didn't bring my wagon back? Like,
Who'll start the bidding at 150?
no, Eolus, we're gonna help the slaves, okay?
That pig can pull
I have two.
Yeah,
those
it's-
sticks
it's
real
just gonna-
easily.
Do I have more? Do I have any more? Three.
Well, oh, well-trained
Strong lad
piggy.
here. 500. 500. 500 once. Twice. Sold to Aeneas.
I'm sorry, a human being is only worth 300 more dinars than grain.
What's wrong?
He's like, oh, but a hot girl's
What
in
you all been
trouble.
waiting for? She'll warm those cold, lonely nights.
Yeah, get him.
Who'll give me 100 dinars for this flower of the mystic east?
100.
Oh, God.
200.
Didn't love that.
What are you doing?
Trying to save her.
I've got 200.
Okay, maybe we just, like,
Surely this
fight
is
all
not
the
enough
people
for a
instead of,
woman
like,
who has so much
buying
untapped
the
potential as a
slave.
concubine. Do I hear 250?
250.
Ah, music to my ears. Do I hear 300? Gentlemen,
How much money
have
you
you
got?
lost your
No, I don't want a slave.
Consider it a loan.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to buy a person.
400.
What are you doing? No one's bid 300 yet.
Sold to the gentleman with a sparkle in his eye for 400 dinars.
Yeah, well, she's gonna be pissed. Well, they gotta save him from getting eaten by a lion.
Don't know. We haven't really had any sad endings yet, have we?
Yeah, like, not, like, fully sad, like...
Oh, other than the fire bombs.
Yeah, but that was kind of a beginning, not an ending.
That was a beginning.
You know.
You think you can handle her?
No, he's just gonna let her go free because he's a normal person.
Go ahead, Mudo. We're just spectators from this point on.
He's just like, okay, bye, you're free. When Hercules only wants to save the hot girl.
Hello. I'm Iolus.
Oh no. Oh no. She's gonna hurt you.
Don't touch me. Either of you.
That's fair.
This is robbery. Such a pity.
You're
I guess we'll just
buying
have to take the
people.
slaves back. But you...
Oh,
That
What do you
seems
say we
like
take the slaves to Libya ourselves and sell them out?
You have to
it
kill
sounds
me.
like you broke the arm twice.
Beg your pardon?
ew. I hate the gooky
I have to
sound.
be dead. You'd have to slice me open and skewer me.
She's pretty much like I expected her to be.
Don't pay attention. Look, we're
She's like,
trying
bitch,
to
I'll
help you.
kick your ass again.
Selling me to someone else, turning a nice profit.
Hey, you better watch your mouth. That's Hercules.
Okay,
you're
you
talking
did
to.
buy her,
So
like,
everyone has a name.
You mean you never heard of Hercules?
Doesn't matter, Eolus.
Yeah, but she said.
bro, like, chill out.
You're free to go.
You'd better not change your mind until I'm gone.
That is why instead of rescuing all the slaves, I only rescued you.
Yeah, right.
Let's go. Oh,
He's
never
going to try to recapture her.
Maybe it was a good thing we let her go.
Yeah.
Only the boar's got a better personality.
Let's talk about Penelope the pig that way.
Did we learn Lucy's name yet? We got Cyrus
I
and...
don't think so. I don't think anyone has actually called her by a name.
Oh, okay.
Or if they did, I missed it. Yeah, big horses. She just has no food, no water, and just living her best life traveling.
Must be summertime when they're filming this.
Yeah, otherwise they're gonna be so cold. Though it does look really windy.
Well, and she had her wrap up earlier, and now it's down around her waist.
Get her.
Kick their butts.
While
Ooh,
she's
I
fighting.
I love when they neck check him.
I bought one just like
I did look to see if there was a Bechdel test for Hercules, and I couldn't find one.
Which two pieces
Yeah,
would those be?
I don't think there's enough women for it to happen. There's like one hot girl an episode.
I wanted to make sure you were all right.
Don't
They're
worry about
like
me.
Well, it's
predators.
my nature. But you'd be safer with me.
Heard that before.
And I know the
She
road
seems
Libya.
to be able to
I've
handle it
traveled many
pretty
times.
well though.
Yep.
You have. Very well. You may help me then.
I love how she's like, you can help me.
Fine.
Wet feet. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I could never go on a show like Survivor or something. My feet would get wet and I'd be like, I need to go home.
Hopefully the boots are leather boots and not suede boots.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the
Okay.
background we saw earlier.
Are we... There's really no other way up Or down the cliff?
We know that that cart with the slaves is not going that way.
Yeah, like there's definitely another way there. I feel like they picked the hardest route.
Well, they did say it was a shortcut.
I don't know if it counts as a shortcut if it's literally just jumping off a cliff. I'm like, I feel like shortcuts are walkable. But, I mean, live your best life, I guess. Is she still trying to get down in the dark?
It sounds like she's down.
Yeah, maybe you could have just stood there to, like, catch her.
Why don't you come inside where it's warm?
You miss this beautiful evening?
Girl, it's gonna rain, just go in.
That would be by luck.
They're like, God damn it, I am trying to be independent here. No offense, but those cages look like they were put together by, like, sticks and chewing gum. I bet you guys could break out.
And that broadsword would be a lot heavier.
Yeah, I'm sorry, how strong is this man?
I mean, that's bigger than Conan's sword. That's another movie you need to put on your list.
Yeah. I've definitely seen the references.
Yeah.
He should just tell women about his wife and family being murdered because they'll just be like, oh, you're not an awful person. You have trauma.
I know how it feels to be betrayed.
I doubt it.
You might get your wish.
You can leave me anytime you want.
I love her. I don't get what he means.
I'll try to remember that.
I mean, his family dying wasn't a betrayal. I'm trying to think of when he was actually betrayed.
Here for you.
Like, she already hated you, bro.
Good.
True.
Though I guess Zeus betrayed him by not fucking stopping it. Or using his rewind powers.
That might be it.
Kids back to life. Though he hasn't been in the show, so to be fair, I don't know. Thank you. I mean, you're probably better off running into the jungle. I guess he does have the chains on.
I was gonna say, yeah, I just noticed he still had the chains on.
Oh, there we go. So it'd probably be hard for them to catch you in the night with the storm. I'm sorry, what?
Right on top of the other people.
I loved how it happens so much in the show where someone gets hit and they go flying. I'm like, that doesn't happen in real life, right? You could just leave while he's sleeping.
Is she gonna try to stab him?
I think so. She's gonna think about it at least. I'm sure she's had a lot of really bad experiences if she's this paranoid. Oh. Ew!
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
Hate spiders. It's like, no, you've been telling me you hate me for like 2 days. See, they got it. They're running. I'm like, yeah. Bro, why were you the only person on guard? Where's everybody else?
Cyrus, where are you going?
Cyrus, where are you going? Like, out of here? That is how I want to leave every room. That man knows how to make an exit and an entrance. He can fly?
Just like Superman.
That guy's got skill. How'd they even catch him in the first place if he has that skill? Well, that's all I'm saying.
Now Lucy's character had the net. They wrapped the thingies around his feet.
There you are. I was looking for
Then he couldn't fly anymore. He's like, oh no.
I didn't mean right now.
Don't be embarrassed.
That's not gonna look good if that guy shows up.
Well, not where I'm from.
She's like, you never seen boobs before? Like, chill out.
I've always said women should be able to stand in the middle of town square naked as a jaybird and not have to worry about being touched.
Yeah, I don't. It's just nudity. I think so. I guess we have like our country is a very like Puritan background of who like colonized it and stuff, so it comes from that.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, it's just nudity. Like, who cares? We're all naked. Like, we've all seen it. It's not like.
Yes.
Yep.
And all the power that goes
I just think it's weird. But I also think the Greeks did not have those reservations, so him being shy about it is actually, I think, not on brand.
Right.
I hope you have somebody who loves you too.
He did.
I got my mama.
His mom and Aeolus.
Oh, yeah. Can't forget Aeolus.
What's his face backflips into the pond.
The outfit itself is kind of a giveaway.
Yeah. He didn't really change or anything. Oh no. She's gonna run her mouth.
I'm looking for a man.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
This is serious. His name's Hercules.
Figures he'd be the one. You're no more fun than he was.
Tell me where he is.
Man, you're all the same. Gimme, gimme, gimme. You're gonna
Take
have
your
to
fuck.
learn how to treat a lady if you want to get anywhere with me.
Where is Hercules? That's the direction I just came from.
And you didn't bump
He's
into
like, so
them?
I gotta go
What
back?
are you doing? Swinging through the trees?
He's like, how did you know? He's like part Tarzan.
I don't want Hercules. I want
None
the
of your
woman
business,
I love.
lady.
If he tries to keep her from me, I'll kill him.
I would say our Amazon women learned from him.
Yeah, he's like actually their trainer. Like their CrossFit trainer. Okay, but now we gotta build a new table. That's like kind of rude.
Think he's single? After she doesn't like how she's treated.
Yeah.
Lunkheads who tried to grab you.
You know, some people have trauma and then they reenact it over and over again with people who aren't good for them. My man, walk on the ground. He has superpowers. Are we sure he's not the son of a god?
Might be.
Like, the person she loves might be being eaten by a lion right now. Like, she's going through a lot.
We will, Elan. I promise we will.
Don't hug her.
Oh, he just said her name.
Oh, Elan?
Mm-hmm.
Sounded like... Oh god, he's pissed.
Pay for that, Hercules.
Nobody hugs my girlfriend, but...
And your little dog, too. And your little
dude,
pig, too.
Okay, he could have just, like, jumped out of the tree and been like, I'm here, and, like, it would be over.
Yeah.
But I guess that's not plot.
I was gonna say, we wouldn't have a show.
Uh-oh. It seems dramatic. Okay, they're back together. We're good. What an icon. Bro, she was so happy to see you. You could have just said hi.
Cyrus, what are you doing?
He doesn't know you, dude. Oh. Okay, but like, kind of brilliant. He's fine.
He got what he deserved. They all say they're helping you, but you can't trust any of them.
Hercules was different!
He's probably fine. He's had worse. Where the fuck did they come from?
Oh, there's that damn net again.
You guys, we need to prepare for the net. If we can backflip through trees, we can bring a knife.
Hercules is out of the way, and
Bro, where the fuck did you come from?
I might get lonely.
Ew, we get it, you're evil.
Remember that you said that.
See, he's fine. He's had way worse.
If you had any spine at all, he'd fight me man to man.
Ludo,
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's a wuss.
let's get moving.
Is that their cage? All.
Yeah, it's all broken. So now he's making them walk. I mean, I'm trying. There's a lot of them. If they all pulled the other direction, they could probably fuck up that carriage thing.
All right, Herc. Can you figure out what happened?
Yeah, he's like, sorry, I got fucking brained by a tree.
He must still be part god since he
Yeah,
survived that fall off the cliff.
Yeah, I think that's a plot hole. Not him just like walking up behind them. That's so funny.
You owe me an apology.
Are we joking right now? You owe me an apology. Yeah, kick that butt.
You can almost see the mats they have under the dirt.
Yeah, you know, safety first.
Yeah.
Stop her, she's getting away.
Do your own fighting, Bellis.
Yeah, like, bro, I guess that's what he pays them for. But, like, what are you gonna do if they all lose? Bro, you literally have a sword and she's hitting you with a stick. Like, this is embarrassing for you. Wow, I should throw away my weapon.
Butterfingers.
Oh.
Got your nose.
Ow. Just thinking about it.
Looks like he's never seen a sword before.
Like, what? Why was she just standing there? Like, don't distract him, he's fighting.
He's Superman's that guy.
Not Cyrus, hurry up. Like, I have a man on top of me. I'm working on it.
Mind your manners. I wouldn't want to have to cut that pretty little throat of yours.
You're not gonna do that because then you don't make money. God, what an icon.
How does he do that?
Literally, who knows?
At least the show is self-aware.
Yeah, they're like, what?
You want her so much? Fire! Not here to negotiate.
You already did.
Stay back!
Okay, I get it, it's for TV and stuff, but whenever people yell before doing a surprise attack, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just hit him.
The yell or whatever, it's supposed to be more intimidation than anything.
I guess, but like when you're trying to sneak up on somebody, it's like you could have hit him without him knowing you were there.
It also helps with follow through and like, you know when you grunt when you're working hard on something?
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah. I'm just like, just hit him. Then they have no chance of like coming back at you.
Nice and lively.
I love that he sold him to her.
Your mother's offered to have our wedding at her house. She did.
Aw, that's
Only special
nice.
people get an offer like that. Now, if you'll come with me.
Hopefully it goes better than the last wedding.
Since they don't plan on becoming part of Hercules' family, they're probably safe.
Yeah. Hera probably won't firebomb them. Well, and then the last wedding episode, the goat man, like, kidnapped the bride and everything. So, like, maybe they'll have a wedding.
To the end of that ridge. It's a lot of work.
And then we had the she-demon bride.
Oh, that's true.
Thank you for everything, Hercules.
Oh, is that the land he was living on with his family and he gave it to them?
Maybe.
Because that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call our first son Hercules.
Do you think the world's ready for another one?
Oh, I bet there's a bunch of people who name their kid after Hercules, right?
Probably.
Like them, Daenerys.
It'd be like the name Jesus.
Yeah.
Children who have run and played with
Well, just because he's so, like, legendary in the world itself.
Yeah.
If people in the real world are going to name their kid Khaleesi, like, people in this world are going to name their kid Hercules.
I have met some real-life Xenas.
That one, I think I get a little more.
And I met a little girl named Shira.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you're an adult, though, I don't know if I'd like that as an adult.
Yeah, they might change it.
Yeah, but I think it works when you're still a kid. Or she could just start pronouncing it like Shara or something.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're like applying for a job and you're like, hello, my name's She-Ra, they're gonna be like,
my brother is He-Man.
God. But I mean, it's also, I think it could work. Ba-ba-ba.
Construction manager.
Every time I see the Action Pack thing, I think of Action Park, which was like a really messed up like water park in New Jersey for a long time.
I missed it. I thought it had no animals were harmed in the making of this episode. All right, what were you saying about Penelope?
She should have got special credit line that just like she's an icon.
She's an icon.
She was the best part. She's like the cutest pig ever. It's probably a baby pig, right? Because they actually get a lot bigger.
It depends on the breed.
Well, because like the teacup pigs don't actually exist, but it's probably like a potbelly, which they can be slightly smaller. My aunt had one, but like there'll be people being like, "We sell teacup pigs," and they're like, not actually.
Right, right. People get duped, and then they've got these great big pigs.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to think. I had a friend that raised pigs, but she raised the big ones that you sell to the butcher.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my aunt had a pet pig, but it was like still like pretty big. Like, I mean, it was in their house, but I would say it was like it's bigger than Hazel, but it was probably like a medium-sized dog, just the legs were shorter.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still like it wasn't like tiny.
Okay.
At least from what I remember from it. But it was so long ago that I'm like I can't 100% remember, but it wasn't too big to be in their house. I remember that, but
right. It didn't destroy everything.
No, it was pretty good. But I think it was a potbelly, just like a smaller breed of them or something.
Mm-hmm.
But other than the pig,
I was gonna say, what did you think of the episode?
I think it was a good episode. I thought it was kind of weird that Eolus just kind of disappeared halfway through. I was kind of confused why he wasn't also helping with the journey to save Cyrus, but I might have just missed him saying why he wasn't going, but I expected him to also be involved the whole time.
Yeah, I kind of missed it too. Although he did say he was taking Penelope to the butcher, so maybe he was finishing that.
Yeah, maybe.
It took a long time.
Yeah, he was in the beginning, so I just kind of expected him to be in the whole thing. But
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna just call her Lucy Lou now. But I think she was also a good sidekick. She was fun because like I like that she was just like, no, I don't trust you, and I'm like, I mean, good for her.
And she kicked butt, literally.
Yeah, she was very like she could take care of herself pretty much, especially with Cyrus too, because he can just like fly them to safety, so it's fine. He was literally like Supermaning through the trees.
Yep. As far as episodes go for me, this is the first one where I remember most of what was going to happen. Like the others, I knew the characters, but I couldn't remember the plot stuff. So
yeah, this one's pretty straightforward, which is not a bad thing. I like that. I like that whoever's writing it now has like a better understanding of slavery, like we talked about, and was like, no, it's bad.
Yeah.
And people don't want to.
They've been slowly improving the slavery storyline. Sorry, JoJo.
For sure. Because I was like, yeah, this is better. Hercules is fighting against slavery and like, he's saying this is wrong.
Although we never did see what happened to all the other people.
No, I'm gonna imagine they all got their freedom and lived happily ever after. But yeah, though it was funny that he was like, slavery's wrong, and then he was like, a hot girl is being sold as a slave. Now this is really wrong. So he had to stop it, but it led to the story and it made sense in the long run. I just thought that was kind of funny.
Well, it brings up an important thing. Some issues are really big issues, and so if you're just one person, sorry, JoJo, she keeps trying to stiff my fingers. How do you be effective in the fight against it when you know you can't fight the whole thing?
Yeah, and it's like he even saving one person led to a bunch of people being saved, so it worked out. I just thought it was funny when he was like, well, now I have to stop this from happening to this specific person.
Yeah.
But it's also our own biases, right? Like he probably he has a bias towards wanting to help women and things like that because he lost his wife and everything he's seen women go through on these episodes and journeys, it's like they tend to be the people getting the short end of the stick a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's part of it too. He's like, it's a little easier in this time period for a man to stand up for himself, and not just
Yeah.
like ignored or pushed back down.
I was going to say we have the stereotype that men can take care of themselves and endure better and all that kind of stuff, but that's not necessarily true. Not all men
Yeah.
can fend for themselves.
I wrote a paper in college that got featured on a website for women who critiquing film about Invasion of the Body Snatchers and how our view of gender roles is why we would lose in that like alien invasion apocalyptic scenario, because main characters who were men were spending more time trying to protect women, or the women were expecting the men to do stuff, versus the aliens who it didn't matter what kind of body you were in, they were all working towards the same goal. And I think we see that in a lot of like societal stuff where it's like we fall back into those gender roles, and it's like they're not as true as you think. Like at that time maybe they were treated that way and women were trained less, but we see like the Amazon women and stuff, like if you did train the women, they could defend themselves just as well.
Mm-hmm. And in some cases, better.
Yeah. I mean, she kicked butt. I don't know if she could fly like Cyrus could fly, but like they made a good team.
They did.
And like he let her fight, right? Like he like tried to get her away from Hercules because he thought he had like control over her or something, but like when they're fighting at the end, he's not like, no, you don't fight.
Right.
Like he's like,
Yep.
no, yeah, kick ass, do what you gotta do.
Any other thoughts on the episode?
Overall, I thought it was really good. I'm interested to see if we'll see these guys again, because I know she's pretty famous, so I don't know how famous she was at this time or if this was one of her first cameos. But like if Hercules ever has to go against like a really big bad, these could be people he got help from because they can take care of themselves and they can also fight.
Yeah.
You know, like the episode where everybody comes back and big battle.
She'd been in some stuff before this. The biggest things that I wrote down were Charlie's Angels, Kill Bill. She was also in Chicago, which was a musical, so you may have seen that one.
I have not seen it, but I know the Victorious reference if anyone else was a Nickelodeon kid. There's a part where one of the characters who's like supposed to be really bad puts on a one-woman show of Chicago.
Okay.
The clip of her going, Chicago! And that's the whole joke. Nickelodeon kids know. They know.
So the guy who played Bellis, the biggest thing that I saw for him is that he was Marauder in Power Rangers.
Okay.
He did a couple of other different voices in Power Rangers, but his most recurring role in the series of the movies is Marauder. And his name is either Stig or Stidge Eldred. So
okay, yeah, I'm like in Power Rangers, I'm like, I feel like I don't remember any of their faces that much except for Rita Repulsa, because I just picture them in the costumes and stuff.
Yeah, and I've never watched Power Rangers, so I don't know if his character is masked or prosthetics or what.
Yeah, that one doesn't stick out at the top of my head, but I also have not watched it in a very long time.
Okay.
It was one of those shows you watched as a kid and you just watched it when it came on, and like you never knew when new episodes were or anything. It's just you would stumble onto a Power Rangers episode.
Okay. As far as the actors, those are the two that I thought you might know. If anybody else wants to fill in on characters, great.
Yeah,
because as I said, I don't know all of the facts about stuff. So,
yeah, and there's so many people that are in this show since they have like new characters every episode.
Yeah. We did have a commenter, Kevin, and he commented before. he gave a long comment on the last episode that went up on YouTube last week. And a lot of this stuff I can't quite tell you yet because I don't want to indicate whether something's going to happen again or not. But let me see. Hold on. He says his top ratings for the Hercules movies, which was a question you asked. Number 1 is Hercules in the Underworld. And then number 2 was the Amazon Women. So similar to what you said. And then the Lost Kingdom, then the Maze of the Minotaur. And then he did not, well, I won't say he did not like, but his least favorite of the movies was Circle of Fire.
That's fair. Like, I think important stuff happens in that movie, but the whole plot itself is not as well thought out as the other ones, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it ends a little quick. It's just like, oh, it's over. So I can see that.
And I feel confident in saying by this point, this is probably, at the very least, where Hercules superseded, I think that's the word, the show Baywatch, as far as ratings.
That's fair. People were like, there's hot people in this show and plot. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Baywatch maybe had plot.
Well, and it's probably happened before this point, but I would say it's definitely by this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, because I guess I didn't know what time Baywatch was on. I've only ever seen like the commercials for they did like a remake of like it with like The Rock and Zac Efron.
Yeah.
And then like I've seen like the pop culture references obviously, so I get it's like hot people in red bathing suits running down the beach. Those are other references.
I did watch some of Baywatch. I didn't watch it regularly, but why? Oh, I was like, why is it not coming up? I was trying to get the years for you.
Oh, yeah. It's probably like a lifeguard soap opera. That's what I always pictured it was.
They have down 1989 to 2001.
Okay.
So we're in 1995. So it probably had hit its peak and...
Yeah, it was tapering a bit. That makes sense. And I think this would be something that maybe more people could get into in the fantasy realm because it was newer and people were probably talking about it a lot. Like when something new comes out in a genre and it's really like, you know, media changing, I think we really do see a lot more people talking about it. Like how Survivor like changed the reality TV game and like everyone was talking about it when it first came out. And
I would say, I would say the closest thing to Hercules at this time that we're at in the episodes, probably the closest show that I watched that's similar to it, but it's not the same thing still, but similar would be Land of the Lost. The original Land of the Lost.
Yeah, my mom watched that show. She's mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I watched it as a little kid, and there were parts of it that I loved. There's a little girl that I could relate to. We were about the same age. So I liked that, and I would have nightmares about the slee stacks.
My mom tried to
Not
show
about
me
the dinosaurs.
My mom tried to show me, I think, an episode once when I was like really young before I appreciated campiness and stuff, and I was like, this looks bad.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? Let me go watch my Power Rangers, which is literally just cut from a Japanese TV show and all the fighting scenes, but it's fine.
I remember watching it regularly. I don't remember a lot about it.
Yeah.
There's like a little caveman kind of creature type of thing. I can't remember. I think it's either a caveman or like a Cousin It type of thing.
Oh, okay.
But I might be mixing it up with one of the cartoons I used to watch too, like Captain Caveman.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I would say that that's probably the closest to this type of show as far as the camp, the what's the realistic, not CGI, but
practical effects.
practical effects
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I like practical. That's why I love like the Barbie movie sets were almost all practical. It was so good.
Yeah.
Like and when something's practical, you're like, this is so cool because someone actually like, I don't know, just because a lot of the CGI lately has looked very samey, so like you can tell when it's not anymore. I think I like when there's a good blend.
Well, I will give you a little hint of something that is coming up. It's not a spoiler.
Okay.
So, watchers, don't worry.
They're like,
but there is a link between Hercules and Barbie. The Barbie movie.
oh no. I can't wait now. I'm like, who is it? Is it Ryan Gosling? It's not Margot Robbie. She's way too young. Or is she?
You know I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, I love Barbie. Watch me not even see it. I'll be so sad. I've watched that movie so many times now. Erica Ferrera. I think she's also too young. But you never know.
I think America is my age.
Yeah, I guess I think she's younger because I forget that she probably wasn't actually a teenager when I was a child.
Because she was doing Ugly Betty when I was in college, I think.
Yeah, I remember her most from like the dance movie she did, and then Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. But I think I make myself older when I remember watching those movies. I think I was a lot younger.
Well, and I make stuff older than it really is. Because, like, I made a comment about something, watching it in college, and it turns out, no, it was early after college that I was watching it.
Those years, they blend.
They blend.
That's like it's spooky season right now when we're filming this, so I was rewatching 2015 Scream Queens, which is like a satire show, and I was like, oh my god, this is from like 2018, and then they're like, this is 2015, and I'm like, right, okay, cool, I gotta go.
You're getting old, Brooke, you're getting old.
I'm just like, oh cool, I'm old, I don't remember how old I am anymore. It's fine. The show holds up though.
Before I forget, what's your question for everybody?
Oh, my question today is how would you rank the reoccurring sidekicks? So that's Aeolus, that's the Seer, and that's
Salmonius.
I'll never remember his name. The guy who sells stuff, Salmonius, he sells stuff, you see? Who is your like favorite one, like of those guys? Because he might get more sidekicks, but those seem to be our 3 reoccurring right now.
Okay. Or any of the animals that have
or
cameoed.
Why is it Penelope and why is she the best? Should they make a series for Penelope the Pig?
Penelope the Pig.
It'll rival Peppa, I tell you.
She's not the last pig we'll see.
I love pigs. They're so cool. Okay,
you're going to love one episode.
I'm a white lady. I love animals. That's who we are.
I am an animal lover. I was going to say, mine's just mainly cats, but I do like all animals.
Yeah, but there's like that meme where it's like, God forbid you get between like a white woman and an animal that needs saving. I'm like, they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
I think that is it for this time, but I hope you guys will like and subscribe so you don't miss our next reaction.
Yep. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
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 The Queen's work never done. It's so
Queen's
busy.
work is never done.
Oh. You know, it's about time you guys got down on your knees and kissed my ass. I made you who you are today. Print that one for those boys back home.